After many battles, Israel now finally rested from war. Every land that Israel had attempted to take, they had taken. But the conquest didn't go perfectly. On one occasion, they were forced to retreat from the city of Ai because of their sin, but they still ended up taking the city of Ai after they had dealt with their sin. On another occasion, they were deceived by the inhabitants of Gibeon into letting them live, but the Gibeonites still yielded to the Israelites and vowed to be their servants. And in the end, the Israelites still hadn't taken all the land that was promised to them, and they hadn't pushed all the foreigners out of their lands. Yet even despite all these things, Joshua had clearly done his part in leading the Israelites to conquer the land. It was now up to the Israelites themselves to complete the task, which they would fail to do. But Joshua would not be judged by their unfaithfulness. Joshua had done all that he could do, and the Bible commends Joshua for doing everything according to all that the Lord had spoken to Moses. You know, we often blame our unfaithfulness on the people around us. We make excuses, saying that we could have done more if only our job was less demanding, or if only our church was more active, or if only our family was more supportive. But God doesn't judge you by the faithfulness of the people around you. He judges you by your own faithfulness. This ought to inspire us to be faithful all the time, but it should also scare us, because if we're honest, we're not faithful all the time. We constantly sin against God and against others. But rather than allowing all of us to be judged for our failures, God sent Jesus Christ to die for our unfaithfulness, so that we could all be judged by His faithfulness. Since Jesus was faithful in everything, when God looks at us, He sees not our unfaithfulness, but the faithfulness of Christ when we trust in Him. So strive to be faithful, and be thankful for Christ being completely faithful for your sake.